Alright guys, what is an alpha male? Right? I made a video about this before, but this is kind of like a different twist to it. Pretty simple. I'm gonna try to make this video really short, right? If people have a big misconception of what Team3DAlpha means, or what just, what it is to be an alpha male, as far as whether it's related to just you in general, your dating life, whatever, boom, boom, boom. Alright, who gives a fuck? First, let me tell you what a beta is, because to understand something, it really helps to know its opposite, right? Know its antagonist. To know what the biceps do, find out what the triceps do, right? The triceps extends the arm, the bicep flexes the arm. You want to know what day is like? Look at night, right? So what is a beta? Simply put, a beta male or a beta is simply somebody who's afraid of being a beta. I'm gonna say it again. A beta is simply a man who's afraid of being a beta, who's afraid to be seen as a beta. That automatically makes you a beta. If you have to try to be an alpha, you have to try to macho up around women or guys, you have to try to stick your chest up, you have to try to prove yourself to people or whatever, the opposite sex, you automatically a beta. It doesn't matter how strong you are, how tall you are, how handsome you are. The moment you're afraid to being perceived as a beta male, you have become a beta male. So what is an alpha male then? Look at the stars. An alpha male is simply An alpha male is simply a man who's not afraid to be either a beta or an alpha male. What do I mean by that? An alpha male is simply a guy who could care less whether he's alpha or beta. Let me give you an example. If you go to a guy and you're like, man, you a beta male, and he goes, oh, fuck you, no, I'm this, I could bench this and that, I could power lift this, I could deadlift this, I could squat this, da-da-da, I'm bigger than you, I play football. He's beta as fuck, because he's trying to prove that he's alpha when he's really not, because when you have to try to prove something, you're not. If I come to you and tell you you're a girl, are you gonna argue with me and be like, no, look at my balls? No, you're gonna be like, okay, right? That right there is an alpha trait. The fact that you could care less what my opinion is because you know deep down inside what you are, it's an alpha trait. Now if you go to an alpha and you go, hey, you a beta, most of the time, 9 out of 10, his response is gonna be, okay, that sucks, right? If you tell me I'm a beta, I'm gonna be like, okay, that really sucks. That's all he could say, right? He's not gonna be like, oh my God, no, I proved to you that. No, he's gonna be like, okay, cool, sorry, sorry I'm a beta, right? If you go to an alpha, tell him, hey man, you an alpha male, you an alpha strong. He might just look at you and be like, oh wow, thanks, that's awesome. He doesn't care. An alpha, somebody who is not fazed by other people's opinions, whether they're good or bad, right? It's not just negative, even if they're positive. You give an alpha male a compliment, he'll be like, wow, thanks, man. You give him an insult, he'll be like, oh shit, sucks, like, why are you so uptight? Alphas really don't care. See, let me give you guys a little story. Actually, I don't have time for a story right now. I'll probably do it later. I got the most pussy in my life back when I was like, probably was at 19 or 20. That year, I went berserk. I was getting girls left and right. You want to know what I was doing at that time? Absolutely nothing. Nothing whatsoever. You want to know why? It was the most depressing time of my life. I was really depressed. I was going through a lot of stuff financially, my family, things like that. So I was really out of it. I was really depressed. I was I hated my life pretty much. I was working like 2 jobs. I had money, but I wasn't happy. And I decided I said, you know what? Fuck everything. Fuck life. Fuck the world. Fuck everything. I'm just gonna give up on everything, right? And I had stopped chasing women. I had stopped doing everything, right? And believe it or not, with that mindset that I had of I don't give a fuck, women were flocking to me. Girls that didn't even give a fuck about me before would just come into my apartment. It was insane. I don't want to make this story long, but it was insane. I was getting girls, literally, at one point I was sleeping with like 3 girls a day. 1 in the morning, 1 around the afternoon. My roommate will tell you that. And 1 at night. And I have to make sure that one came right in time so that she won't meet the other one leaving. It was that crazy. And I was broke. I mean, I had money, but I didn't care. I was wearing like broke clothes. I was wearing cheap sneakers. I was wearing the same shirt for like 2 days. Guys, it was really a bad time for me. But I was getting so many women, and I was like, at the time I didn't care to try to study why it was happening. It's when I came out of that depression I realized, yo, why was I getting so many girls back then? And I realized, boom, it clicked. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't try to impress females. See, females have a sixth sense. They could tell when you're trying too hard. They could tell when you're not being yourself. I told you guys in another video, the best way to be confident around other people is to simply be yourself, right? When you meet a girl, pretend like, I treat every girl like it's my best friend, right? Like it's, you know, like Hansa or Manny or whatever. Every time I see a girl, in my head, it's just another human being, right? And I act the same way I act as if I was home in my apartment with my best friend, right? That's the secret, guys. Man, hot ass butts. So pretty much, you are the most alpha. People don't know that they're already alpha. People that are trying to be alpha, they don't know that they already are. But the moment you try to, you know, make it come out of you, that's when you fuck up. People don't know that you are the most, wherever you are watching the video right now, you are the most alpha when you're with your best friend. You wanna know why? Because when you're with your best friend, you don't give a fuck. You don't care what he thinks. You don't care what he's gonna say. You just chill. You just being yourself. A lot of the nerds out there think that they're better. They're actually alpha as fuck because they don't care. They don't mind talking about Star Wars or Pokemon or whatever. They don't care what everybody thinks about them because they give up. They're like, ah, fuck it. And females love it. That's why you notice a lot of the super hot chicks, you see them with some really nerdy guys. And you're like, how did that guy get her? Because he doesn't care. A woman wants a guy that she could be comfortable around. And the only way a woman's going to be comfortable around you is if you're comfortable around her. When you're comfortable around her, she feels comfortable. She feels like you're bold enough to be in your own shoes, to be in your own personality around her. And they love that shit. But apart from women, just for yourself, right? It pays to be confident and comfortable in your own shoes, guys. So I'm at the gym now. I gotta end this video. But if you have to go home with a lesson, go home with this: the moment you try to show that you are alpha, you are beta. And the moment you don't give a fuck whether you are beta or alpha, you are alpha as fuck. All right? I'm out of here, guys.